What's good, everybody? It's your boy JSFIX4, back at it again, my G's. And this video is random. Well, kinda, because I think the way I get my ideas to make videos is a bit just a bit random, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why I say this. So, on Twitter, I was kind of just getting back into swinging this because I've been gone for a little bit, and I was looking up, just like, what should I talk about? And Mr. Anime 343 ended up popping in and saying, yo, I got this nice sexy Toga sticker, look at how sexy she is. And I looked at it and I have to agree, very nice. And just out of nowhere, I'm just like, is Toga really crazy though? So that just came out of nowhere. I'm just like, let's make a video on that. My logic when it comes to making videos is very random. The ideas come from a random space in my mind that does not make sense and where everything just fails at logic. So yeah, that what we're gonna be discussing, is Toga really crazy though? And to be honest, not really, but I'll have to explain to you, because honestly, just off the bat, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like, no way, Toga's absolutely insane. I mean, she tried to kill Deku and everybody else over the time. I mean, she's with the League of Villains. She used blood as her literal quirk. Like, how can you not say she's insane? Well, from looking at her at a surface level, yeah, anybody would say that, but do I really think she's crazy though? Not really. And there's a few things that back this up. And have to go into spoiler territory, so if you don't know anything about what happened with Toga in her future, then you might want to click off the video. But if you do know, and you have kept up with the manga, or you just don't care, then let's get into this. So, well, you have to realize, when Toga was growing up, she didn't really was able to use her quirk at all. In fact, she was looked down upon it by her own parents, because that's not what a wealthy and highly esteemed family of class should have. No one should be associated with something like that. And for the longest of time, Toga had to suppress her power down, and so she never really got to fully use and utilize what that power is. So, and you gotta think about it from this type of perspective. What happens to a child at a young age, and no matter what happens, subconsciously or in a really weird way, they're going to go back to it once they start growing older. Let's say if you stole something as a kid, maybe as a younger kid, you're probably, and then had a traumatic event with it, or just kept getting away with it, and then somehow it got suppressed down or something, then you're probably going to do something like that again in the future. Or let's say for me, drawing, I drew a lot as a kid. I used to draw a lot of stick figures in my class in elementary school, and then I'd stopped drawing for a long time until back in high school, where I picked it up, and then I just started taking it more seriously, and unknowingly, subconsciously, I kind of just picked it back up and just been doing it for the last 4 years. So really, it's about what a child learns as they grow and how that will affect them later on in their life. And so in this case, because Toga hasn't really experienced her quirk as a kid and probably hasn't done anything with it, she just basically had to suppress it down, and basically it'll just come out sooner or later in the future. It didn't take that long though, because in middle school she ended up bodying a student that she liked, which that is a sign of craziness, I will give you. But really, is it though? Because I believe she just really wanted to explore that quirk and see what is so satisfying about blood to her. Which, honestly, wouldn't you be kinda curious as a kid too, to know certain things? I mean, sure, maybe not on this level, but there's some things you would like to know and would like to have answers to, but you never really got it as a kid, and you have to learn it for yourself. And so she just does this just straight up killing spree on a lot of people, and then eventually lead up to the League of Villains, which another sign where Toga was conscious of her decisions, because she kind of joined it on Stain's will and what he said and how he felt. Y'all know, y'all remember Stain. Remember that guy that was making this big declaration about how hero society is, and then end up making that little speech and then end up getting captured and never to be seen ever again? The man got less screen time than Toru, and she's invisible! So, but the reason why I bring him up is because, remember, Toga did say she followed through, she listened to Stain's little speech as well, and that's why she joined the League of Villains, which is a pretty decent reason to join the League if you think about it in a villain sense, and it's also a conscious decision of what Toga did, not a crazy thing. So throughout her time being with the League, she ended up, you know, doing a bunch of things, and then after all this time, when they get to the training arc in that forest, that's when I'm like, okay, I can kind of write off Toga as a little crazy here, because anytime she's around Tsuyu, or Chako, or Deku, anytime she's around them, they usually end up having something crazy going on. I mean, you just saw this person. Why do you like him just when you just saw him? Like, what's the deal with that? So, you can write that off as crazy, but to me, like, if it's not with anybody she likes being around, honestly, I can write that off as just being normal to an extent, like a conscious normal thing. Like, she knows what she's doing, she is fully aware, but she just chooses to act this way. That's pretty much it. So yeah, even with all the stuff that's happening with the manga, like fighting the Liberation Army the first time, like that was a pretty conscious thing, even though she was running away and that was just her being desperate because she was about to die. Then you also had Twice being gone now, and she was more angry than crazy. So really, I don't think Toga's like crazy, but I mean there is a level of craziness inside of her, but do I think she's overwhelmingly crazy, like just straight up? No, but there is a hint of that just there, just to be there. And even when she just got done hunting out Chako in the recent chapters, nothing really crazy popped out of that, and it just seemed like, you know, it's Toga just doing Toga. So it's nothing really too crazy, because even she still has like this conscious mind of doing what she needs to do. So really, not crazy. She's not crazy, but it's there, but it's kind of not. So, and definitely, I don't think Toga is just straight up crazy, but just a little bit crazy. But overall, she's pretty conscious. And if I think, in the way I'm thinking, if you're pretty conscious in your action of doing whatever, then I can't just write you off as crazy. You are conscious, so you are sane in some points. And if they really want to go down the yandere route, they need to make Toga even more insane and more crazy. So yeah, but like I said, with a lot of the stuff that happened to her as a kid and the logic that just subconsciously stays there, I kind of want to push that to be like the reason why a lot of this stuff is happening, because Toga, this ain't like a gene thing. Like, this ain't like a thing that just you're born with. No, this is this is like a taught thing. So whether she realizes it or not. So when it comes down to it, it's really due up to her upbringing, and that's why she's the way she is now. But you know, that's just how it is. And I'm not justifying anything that she's done. I'm just saying, is she crazy or not? That's literally the entirety of this video. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to discuss about with this one, because I was just like, yeah, it's kind of interesting to talk about a character in like a mental state, like wise type of thing, because I haven't really seen, and it's kind of a wild thing to say about someone like her, because I know from surface level, oh yeah, she's crazy, but is she really though? And that's what we discussed in this one today. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. And also follow me on Twitter. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, there's a Cash Out link in the description. Go ahead and click on that if you'd like to donate as well. And until then, this has been your boy Jay, sign off. Have a blessed day.
I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I'm feeling amazing.